I could see their faces. They didn't say no, but their faces and their body language said no. And I'd ignored it.
His name is Tracy, and he's not afraid to tell the truth.
Had them lift their shirts up to expose herself, and I had one of them lower her pants so I could see her panties.
His victims were 5 and 7 years old.
I went down to the police station and turned myself in and confessed to what I'd done.
Why'd you do that?
It was the right thing to do.
Since 2004, Tracy's lived in Lillington, North Carolina, a prisoner at the Harnett County Correctional Institute after a judge sentenced him on 4 counts of indecent liberties with a child.
What was the conversation you had in your head that justified doing what you did to those 2 girls?
I kept telling myself, even though I knew better, that I wasn't really hurting them, that I wasn't going to do anything that was really hurting them, that it was going to be okay. And it's the lies that you tell yourself to try to make it okay.
He lives in a cell block with other sex offenders.
We did our crimes, and I understand how people see us. I thought the same way. We should be locked up, and never be let out.
This is a Department of Corrections, so you hope there'd be some correction going on.
Robert Carbo is director of North Carolina's only state program designed to rehabilitate offenders. His staff of psychologists operate an intensive treatment program called SOAR.
SOAR stands for Sexual Offender Accountability Responsibility, a treatment program, a mental health treatment program to treat sex offenders to keep them from reoffending.
The 20-week program runs 5 days a week for 6 hours a day, and Carbo says the participants want to be there. They adopt the program's motto of no more victims.
Some of them have beat themselves up with guilt so much, and they're ready to do that, and but other guys, it takes a little more time.
Does the treatment work? I mean, can you rehabilitate a sex offender?
We certainly believe you can, otherwise we'd be wasting our time.
Our cameras weren't allowed into the actual sessions where the offenders participate in several intensive activities. There's a classroom portion, a lot of writing and book work, individual therapy, they present presentations, as well as have a lot of homework. It's a program that forces the offender inside not only his own head, but the soul of his victim.
As they teach us, it's not really about sex. It's about other things, getting back power, control over somebody. Maybe it's revenge, and it's very little to do about sex.
We look at all those kind of things. We identify for them what risk factors there are for that individual to commit an offense in the future, and then get them to learn new kinds of behaviors, new choices, new ways of thinking to ensure it doesn't happen again.
And research shows it works. From 2000 to 2005, 157 offenders were followed from the program back into society. Studies indicate 20 to 30% of sex offenders will offend again once released. But out of the 157 who completed SOAR,
over that 5-year span, only 2 of them returned for a new sex offense crime.
It was hard, very hard, a lot of work. But you find out a lot about yourself and find out a lot about what you did.
One of the most effective tools in the program is victim role play, where the offense is reenacted with the offender playing his victim.
It's a huge eye-opener for you to really feel those feelings.
People that think all sex offenders can't be changed and just lock them up, throw away the key, or hang them as high as you can, or whatever. But the reality is the vast majority of sex offenders are getting out.
And helping them not reoffend is the goal, protecting not only the offender, but the public they'll one day rejoin.
Do you think you deserve a second chance?
I understand people not being comfortable about it, I can't undo what I did, but we are getting help, and we can change.